Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 15550. It's a tier 7 French SPG and it's on the south spawn of Abbey under the command of Hroller of University 2. Now he's about to get team killed by a member of his own team and that person is Watt's Fire Extinguisher and he's in the IS-3A. The teams are moving away to their firing positions. You can see Watt Fire Extinguisher off there in the distance, moving across the cap in completely the opposite direction. And Hrollers moving into a firing position. Just turning around. Okay, he's setting up and he's about to shoot at the enemy. And Watt's Fire Extinguisher has disappeared off into the distance whilst Hroller is aiming down the river road. Now, Hroller spotted a comet diving into the water to get across to the island. He's fired a round out and it's gone well long. In fact, you can see the water spout some distance away. That's a really good new graphic that Wargaming put in. In fact, actually, some of us suggested that they ought to have water spouts if the round actually hits some water, because it would be realistic. You would expect the water to plume up like that and cause a ripple effect across, and it does look rather spectacular. Okay, we've got a Hellcat there and he's right next to the edge of the water. We fire a round in and get a hit. 222 hit points and the Hellcat is now being killed. Right, we've got a KV-4 going down to the water's edge. There's that comet still there. We're almost reloaded. Haven't got a precise time on the reload time at the moment, but it's over 20 seconds, I can tell you. It's going to go after this Wizzy 131G. Aiming for the Rex. Fires around in and looks like he got splash hit there for 59 hit points. Still useful. And that's an enemy Arty just firing in at our ELC 790. Okay, we're going to go for that Wizzy 131 GFT again. I think so. It's a fairly easy target to hit because he's sitting there between those wrecks, rounds out, and yes, gets him! 183 hit points, and that's a player out the game. Quite a dangerous tank destroyer, the Wizzy 131. And we've got another teammate there, and he's actually in dire need of some support because there's a VK3001P aiming at him through the gap. And in fact, the 3001P has just killed our ELC 790. We're going to go after the T26E4, the Super Pershing. Round out, direct hit. 212 hit points, good aim. Right, the KV-4 is coming back into the main area of that road. Stop shooting through the gaps because our teammates on that island have been wiped out. Going after the Super Pershing again, round out, and direct hit again. 284 hit points. Just nicely judged to catch him on the side as he pulled back. Okay, we've got that Hawk 12 in the dip. Now remember, IS-3A Watt's Fire Extinguisher is the one who actually team kills us. And he's up in the Abbey grounds at this moment, shooting down onto that road. Right, we've got a T28 HTC, the reward tank destroyer. The tier 7 one, and he's over in the west side of the map. We fire a round in and he hits the rock face. We're now aiming for the KV-4 and the T26E4, and he's trying to go up the slope, and that's actually going to reduce his range because if you actually have the gun pointing down, you can't elevate the gun to shoot at long range. So that's a little trick you ought to remember. Try and keep the R2 even, because if it's on flat ground, you're going to be able to shoot further. If you try to go off the bank with the gun pointing downwards, or down from the bank, you're actually going to find your range is shortened. Okay, he's relocating. He's moving over to the other bushes. We can see that he's now stopped and he's aiming for an Achilles on the western side of the map. And that Achilles is about to shoot on an SU-100 and AMX CDC. So he's fired a round in. Oh, fell behind the Achilles, well behind. He misjudged where it will actually be. He must have pulled forward to get just behind one of the wrecks. Meanwhile, the KV-4 on the east side of the map has got close to the entrance. And we're now looking at the enemy Arty who's been spotted. It's the Lorraine 15550, and he's just been killed, taken out by the Scorpion. Okay, so what's the next target? Well, it looks like it's going to be the KV-4. And Hroller's being very aggressive here. What it looks like he's going to do is go around the corner and derp him, but before he can do that, the IS-3A turns up and team kills him, shoots him in the side just as he's about to go round the corner and derp that KV-4 in the rear. So I get the feeling that the IS-3A wanted to get the KV-4 kill for himself. He's got 4 kills already, and he's pumping rounds into that KV-4. And he's obviously had to stop shooting because he was still reloading his shells. And I think he's about to kill the KV-4. And they've won by capping. So he's denied that last kill on the KV-4. So there was absolutely no reason for him to kill the Hroller in the Lorraine at the end of the battle. And the only reason I can think of that he might have tried to kill him was because he wanted to stop Hroller from derping that KV-4 in the rear and collecting the hit points, and that he wanted to collect the hit points himself. So if we have a look at the team score, we can see that Hroller managed to get 960 hit points of damage. The high scorer was the IS-3A, who got 4,169 hit points overall. He didn't get the high caliber because he did team damage. So that's why he was denied it, and it was rather a silly move for him. He didn't get the highest number of kills either. That was shared between him and the KV-4. Both of them got 4 kills. When it came to base experience points, the Team Killer got 1,326. Hroller was denied any other kill other than the one that he did get, and he got 469 base XP. Was denied any extra XP that he would have got by derping the KV-4 in the rear. So that's rather unfortunate there. But there was no reason for that Team Kill at all, other than the fact that the IS-3A wanted to steal the points that Hroller was going to get. Hroller fired 8 rounds. He got 3 direct hits, no penetrations, but 6 splash. Damage of 960 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He damaged 3 of the enemy and killed 1 of them, and did damage assistance of 105 hit points and stun assistance of 230 hit points off 5 stuns. On a premium count, he made 25,101 credits, got 12,706 from personal missions payout, and compensation of 6,664 for the team damage by fire extinguisher. And after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 32,029 credits. He received 704 XP, got 211 from personal missions payout, and took away 915 XP altogether. Now, I know that team damage is going to be removed by Wargaming in one of the coming updates during 2019. Let's hope that they bring it in soon, because we don't want people like Fire Extinguisher going around killing their teammates merely so they can get the last kill in the game. If they're not good enough to get there in the first place, they should let their RT get a derp into the rear of an enemy tank, take them out the game, and collect the hit points that they deserve. Frequently, RT are the last person alive in a team, and they have to try and kill enemy tanks by derping them, and it's good practice for any RT player to actually derp an enemy tank and come up behind them. But what Fire Extinguisher did was totally reprehensible, and he should be punished for it. But unfortunately, the way the system works at the moment, it doesn't punish him enough. What it should do is confiscate all his gold, all his credits, and all his experience from that battle, and hand them directly over to Hroller. That's what I would prefer, rather than having no team damage whatsoever. But if Wargaming thinks no team damage will work, and it did work on Frontline, maybe that's the solution instead. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like, if you do see Fire Extinguisher on your team in the future, do make sure that his he suffers from that game, from repeated artillery hits, preferably if he's on the enemy team. If he's not on the enemy team, stay well away from him, because this guy team kills, and so you don't want to be anywhere near him. Don't give him any support either. If he needs support from Arty, don't give it to him. Let him die. Let him know that for team killing, you don't get any support by any other Arty player. In fact, they will just make your life a living misery. So you shouldn't be in the game, What Fire Extinguisher, that's for sure. Thanks for watching.